Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our first tea session this year. We've been wanting to do this for the longest time. Sorry, the pandemic kind of caught us all off guard, and trying to do so many things. So I'm just, as I said, we actually had 90 parents who signed up for today's event. And I'm really so happy to know that so many of you are really taking the education of your children seriously. Thank you for choosing Dignity. Dignity started 24 years ago with the purpose of providing world-class education for the urban poor children. I'm proud to say Dignity is really a school like no others. Like what Hui Ling just mentioned just now, we built a farm school. To my knowledge, because Dignity is the only school that provides children with real life experience. Our social enterprise, not sure you realize or not, we have an amazing social enterprise and one of its own kind in the country. And in Southeast Asia, actually, students learn various skills while serving real customer, meeting real market demands. Whether it is a Montessori field classroom for the young children, where you see all the amazing Montessori learning apparatus, or the skill training shop via our enterprise, our purpose is to build a learning environment that's to awaken and refine the senses of our young people. We learn is not just through the eyes only. The more we can engage all the various senses like hearing, touching, moving, the better we will learn. In such learning environment where learning is active, we witness again and again, learning take place in a whole different level. For example, imagine if you are learning to cook for the first time. For me, it was in my secondary school where I was learning to cook in a cookery class. But here in Dignity, it's different. Your first lesson in learn to cook is actually in a restaurant. Imagine how seriously you would take your learning. Each learning enterprise is uniquely built to expose our students to real life experiences. Our students are actively participating in their own learning. Whereas in the traditional learning environment, the students are passively sitting, taking in information. And the better they can verbatim regurgitate information in exam, the more successful they will be. But the problem with such conventional learning is that it never really measures real intelligence. As you know that each child is different. And there are different types of smartness, not just book smartness. So as I'm saying this, I'm not saying that being a doctor, lawyer, or engineer is not good. In fact, 3 of my daughters right now are studying. One of them is going to be a nurse, another is graduating to be a doctor, while my eldest daughter is graduating to be a lawyer. But I also have other children of mine who are studying to be a baker, a chef, and a journalist. They all are different with different intelligence. Most importantly, for us to build a school and to have a community of educators who support the interest and ability of these amazingly different children who has different intelligence, and allow them to develop their passion and skill according to the interests. The last thing we want when we talk to the children is, hey, what do you like? Nothing. What are you passionate about? Nothing. We don't want children to be indifferent about the world, what's happening about the world. We want them to care for their education. We want them to care for the world, to create this world to be a better place. When this happens, our students come alive. We see again and again in Dignity, students are so happy, right? They come, they are so happy to go to class. In fact, when we announced that school will be closed, my kids was like, oh no, why school closed? We really want to go to school. The 2 years pandemic, we have our own share of challenges. It has really narrowed the learning experience to just online and Zoom platform. that is far from being ideal. Many of our students returning after 2 years with the lost time and opportunity. We had to close the skill class for 2 years. Our student graduated with just academic achievement. So that is really not good for us, because we pride that our students, when they graduate, they not only achieve academic achievement, but also they have 2 to 3 skills under their belt. I'm finding that our young people, especially the preschool, the 7 and 8 years old coming back, they don't even know how to hold pencil correctly. And they have very weak motor skill. Motor meaning their development, their strength. They really don't have strength in their hand to hold the pencil even. A 16 years old boy, I'm working with a few boys at the farm. I'm realizing for the first time, they don't even know how to walk correctly. And not to mention, learning social skill and manners, and all that is lost. As you can see, we have a humongous task ahead of us to recover this lost time, build an education that is relevant for the future robotic age. Even I say future robotic age is not so much future, it is happening now. But again, our education system has not changed, and we are actually behind time now. In 2019, we had set aside 100,000 to build the computer coding program for our students. But we have to put all that on KIV on hold because of the pandemic. And we are hoping that this year we again pick it up and make good progress. Another thing that we also projecting that Mandarin will be an important language of the future. So we have already assembled a team producing our own in-house teaching videos and books in Mandarin. And sport is another lost opportunity for this last 2 years. We're happy to announce, I'm not sure you noticed or not, the futsal court is complete. And we are actually lining up the young students, especially the preschool and the primary student, to go back for the sport training. And we also happy this year, there's amazing opportunity also coming for our young people and teachers. We are invited to participate in football in Abu Dhabi and Manchester City. We are sending our young leaders there to Manchester under the young leader training with the Manchester City football team. During the pandemic, we also see some amazing opportunity. I'm not sure you know, this year our enrollment has hit record high. Unlike the previous year, is 1,988. Now it's March. We do have some student drop out. I don't know the real reason for that. We are still enrolling record high. We have 1,888 students now, the most that we have ever had. And on top of the students studying at Centu, we had 300 students, 300 or more, accessing our community classroom. Do you know we have students as far as Sabah, Sarawak, Penang, Johor, Cambodia, Sri Lanka, accessing our online material. We also took the opportunity, because the prolonged MCO in 2021, to build a boarding farm school at Bentong. Hui Ling will announce later. We are hoping to get the parents, field trip there. It is amazing to see, because every student, when they first go to the farm school, and you can really see they change so much. The transformative experience for our young people are amazing at the farm. I wish I can share more, but time is not permit me to do so. And I want to announce the last but not least things that we seize the opportunity is to roll out the A-level program. Again, this is a full boarding program. Because of the pandemic, we thought it would be the least disruptive if we have a full boarding program, though it costs us a lot more to roll out this full boarding program. And it's also unique, being at Dignity, you should know by now, we do not do anything the same, and we always do things differently. And it is a work and study program, because why I tell you work and study, A-level is one of the hardest educational program ever a child can undertake. But at the same time, we are rolling out a making strong leaders for the future. We are not just producing A-star student, but we believe at Dignity, at A-level, we are producing strong leader. As you can see, we have a lot to do. The truth is we can't do without your help. So this is an invitation to all parents to please come and join us, and let us build together the best school ever for our children and Malaysia. As you know, we have the various skills, and I'm also fully aware in this room today, there are a lot more skills. And if you find that you are able to come, or you are able to make some time, please come. Would love to schedule you in to teach a class or two for our students. And if you have more time and you say, yeah, I can contribute, whether teaching arts, teaching Chinese, teaching cooking, teaching baking. We have one parent, amazing teacher, Grace. She's actually one of the parents, and she's helping us with the skill class of baking. So please come. We need you. We need your help with reading, with writing, with mathematics. So even though you can spare 1 hour, 2 hours, half a day weekly, we're willing to explore that with you. And last is that, to my surprise, when I kind of walk around and talk to the people in the Central community, I'm so shocked that so many of them don't even know that Dignity exists. Hui Ling was just sharing just now, one of the parents shared the video, of another parent testimony, and to another person here in Sentu. Suddenly they realize, hey, I didn't know there's such a good school here in Sentu. And we need your help. We need your help to shout out over the social media, our social enterprise, our amazing program, our farm school. And next year we'll be celebrating our 25th anniversary. We love to hear your suggestion, your idea of how we can work together and promote this amazing community here. Let's make this a very different school, a school for the kids that is run by the community. So that's all I had to share. Looking forward to hear from you and participating at the breakout room. Over to you, back to you, Hui Ling.